For the whole law is summed up in a single commandment. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Dear friends, those words come to us from the 5th chapter of St. Paul's epistle to the Galatians, the section of that book of the Bible that we will actually hear this upcoming Sunday during worship. And it makes me think about those who have been good neighbors to me, to my family, and to those around me as I was growing up and as I have lived these many years. One such person was a man called Barney Donahue. Barney and his wife Mary were neighbors of my family when I was growing up in St. Louis. And Barney has an interesting and significant connection to St. Anne's in being a good neighbor. Barney loved golf. It was his driving passion, as it were. And Barney instilled in me a love of golf too. Even though I may play the sport very poorly, it was from those foundational experiences as a kid that he instilled in me a love of the game. He actually took an old set of clubs and cut them down to my appropriate height when I was about 8 or 9 and gave me, by doing that, my first set of golf clubs. And over the years, as I have engaged in the sport with whatever frequency or infrequency it may come by, I always remember Barney. And so it is in remembering him too that I approach our annual golf tournament, which is coming up in just a few short weeks at the beginning of July. And that golf tournament also relates to our Galatians passage, because that golf tournament, our golf tournament that we support and organize every year, is the major fundraising effort of this parish. It's the way in which we generate the monies that we use to be good neighbors to those who live and work and exist around us. And this golf tournament in particular is a special one this year, because not only is it my first golf tournament with you all as your rector, but it's also the 20th anniversary of the inauguration of this event. 20th anniversary of the Moors putting in the great effort to organize and sponsor and to coordinate all of this work. And we're blessed by their efforts, but we're also blessed by the many members of this parish, those of you who contribute either financially yourselves or contribute through helping to generate the numbers of sponsorships that underlay the work that we do in this golf tournament. So it's a fun occasion to celebrate and to spend time together on the course, but it's also more foundationally a call that we have as a community of faith and in the ways in which we minister and be good neighbors to the world around us. So I hope that you will join me, join the vestry, and join your fellow parishioners who have already contributed in either contributing yourself through a sponsorship or encouraging those who you interact with, your financial advisors, lawyers you may work with, even your dentists, your shopkeepers, your other doctors who you may interact with day in and day out. Encourage them to consider sponsorships. And we have many levels of sponsorships, from corporate sponsorships to whole sponsorships to food and beverage sponsorships. There are many different ways to give and to contribute, and it's through those contributions and through those sponsorships that we as a parish can do the work that we are called to do. So as we reflect on what it means to be a good neighbor this week, I encourage us to think about it in the context of our upcoming golf tournament and the ways in which that golf tournament helps us to be the best neighbors we can be to the world around us. So please give generously if you are able to do so, and encourage those around you to give generously as well. And let's make this golf tournament the best it's ever been, and let's generate the most amount of contributions we can so that we can continue on and even more significantly do the work that God calls us to do. Blessings, friends, this day and always.